Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we could do something just a little bit different and talk about my cleaning journey and how I have become the person that I am today. She's got both paws on my leg and wants to be part of this. You want to be part of it? You want to be a part of the whole thing? I love you. So, we'll go back. The first time I ever lived on my own was when I was married, and I was okay at housekeeping. It was hard when the boys were little because, let's be honest, babies and boys make messes all the time. And I had not developed into a homemaker naturally. I was not taught basically how to keep a clean home. My mother was a perfectionist and pretty much kept a clean home. I will say her basement, and I'm no one to talk right now, but her basement was where she hoarded everything. There was stuff all the way up to the ceiling. So she hid stuff in closets, in the basement, in drawers, and sorry, I'm gonna get comfortable. So, but she also was not good about teaching me things. She didn't teach me how to cook. My grandmother is probably the only one that ever taught me how to cook. My ex-husband loves to tell the story of our first Thanksgiving. This is embarrassing. I had never cooked a turkey before, and he had gotten one from work, and we had it in the freezer, and I pulled it out and stuck it right in the oven. No thawing, no pulling the neck out, none of that. Put it in the oven. And about 24 hours later, that sucker was still frozen in the middle. It was bad. It was a bad scene. It was very, very bad. And that was just maybe 3 or 4 months after we had moved in together before we got married. So you can tell I really did not know what I was doing. I did not know that there was a house cleaning routine that you should have. I did not know what products you were supposed to. I didn't know. I basically had to teach myself all of those things. So, being married, I would clean, but my idea of cleaning was deep cleaning. So if I went to clean a room, it was always a deep clean. It was never a quick, set your timer for an hour and clean. Lay down. Lay down. Thank you. So after being divorced, then I have since now lived on my own. After my mom passed away, well, let's go back. There's another story. I told you she was a perfectionist. And when I was married, she would come over, and my husband at the time and I would clean the house and get it ready for her. Even if the house was clean, we still ran the vacuum, and we would run around the house and clean everything so it was immaculate. And she would come over and everything would be fine. And then when she would get home, she would call me and point out any area that I had not cleaned well enough for her, to her liking. And then she would proceed to tell me that my husband was going to leave me and divorce me because I was such a poor housekeeper and I didn't keep a clean house. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be the first one to admit that the house, you know, there were times that it was very cluttered. We had too much stuff in a little house, and I had 2 boys, and boys make messes, and I probably wasn't a stellar housekeeper, but it was not like the way she talked was like I was a hoarder, or that, you know, stuff was everywhere. That house could be immaculate, and that's what she would tell me. And these things stuck with me, and is part of the reason why I have low self-esteem, because of things that I was told growing up and as a young person. Now, I was in my 20s, so I was still a young person. And I was always trying to do my best and please other people. So I was trying to please her and do the best I could do, and it never was good enough, and it hurt, and it still hurts to this day. But then like I said, you know, now I've had a couple apartments. I've lived, after my mom passed away, I moved into her house, and now I have my own home. And I'm not going to ever sit here and tell you that I'm perfect. I don't expect anybody to keep their home perfect. We all have things. I'm getting ready to start a job, so that's going to alter the way that I have been cleaning my home for the last over a year and a half. I've gotten into a routine, and that routine is going to be out the window, because I'm going to be, granted, I'm going to be at home working, but I'm still going to be working. And it's going to change and alter the way that I do things. So if you notice when I'm cleaning that something is not perfection, I just have taken the mindset that I am only one human being. I have no help. So the only other person in this home with me is Pandora, and she doesn't know how to clean. She knows how to make a mess, that's for sure, but she does not know how to clean. So I do the best I can, being the one person that I am. So I've just always, since I've lived on my own, come up with my own ways of keeping myself on a schedule, not letting things, keeping things as nice as possible, reducing the clutter, and I make cleaning videos to motivate those who need the motivation. I don't make cleaning videos to say, oh, I'm perfect, look at me, I'm the best cleaner, housekeeper there is. No, I'm sure I'm not. I'm always learning, and I'm always growing. So this is just an outlet for me to connect with other people, and cleaning is something that I have grown to enjoy, and I like to share with you products I use. I like to try out different products. I want to share that with people. So that being said, I have here a basket of products, well, and a side product, that I use when I clean. And the majority of these I either get at, and I'll tell you where I get them, but either from the Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, or not Family Dollar, Dollar General. A few products I use, like that Method wood spray that I use on my antiques. I don't know if you saw that video, but I get that at Target. So I do try to use different things. So I'm going to go through with you what I would put into an essential kit. So if somebody was moving out for the first time, buying their first home, graduating from college and getting their first apartment, getting their first apartment while they're in college, whatever. These are some of the products too that I bought my son when he bought his first house. The first thing is like magic eraser type things. I got both of these at the Dollar Tree. I bought the Dollar Tree brand and I bought the Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean you get one and this one you get 3. This one still has a few in it, so I'm hoping they don't fall out while I'm talking to you. But what I did was, because I'd never tested them, I have a bathroom clean coming up and I used these magic sponges in that video, and I used both of them. I used the Mr. Clean and I used the Dollar Tree version, the Scrub Bubbles. Oh my gosh, quick erasers. I wanted to try them just so that way I can tell you what I think of them. I like them for baseboards. I like to use them if there's a scuff on the wall, which I'm known to have, you know, purses, shoes, whatever can hit a wall and leave a scuff mark, and these magic erasers will get that right out. Now, I was not thoroughly impressed with the dollar store version. You do get 3 of them, but I feel like they fall apart and don't stay together nicely. The Mr. Clean version seems to hold its shape much better and works much better than the dollar store brand. It got soap scum out of my tub with no problem. I actually didn't even finish using the dollar store version. I just used the Mr. Clean one. And I'll have to price compare and see, with one sponge being $1, if that is the most cost-effective place to buy them is the Dollar Tree. I haven't done that. I only grabbed them, honestly, for this video, and I hadn't used a magic eraser in my home for a while. So there's that. The toilet bowl cleaner that I like the best is the Works. Now, I know some people like the Lime Away one from the Dollar Tree. I like the Works. I don't have hard water, so I don't get that scaly stuff in my toilets, but I like the Works. I just think it does a really good job. So I use that. And I don't typically, and I will not typically, show cleaning a toilet on camera. I just think it's gross. I mean, ew. Yeah, so I'm not going to show that. But, so if you ever wonder why I don't show cleaning a toilet, that's why. I do use this Comet antibacterial. And the majority of these products are for the kitchen and the bathroom. 2 places Pandora is not, so I don't worry about spraying this. I like this for the bathtub. I use this as just a multi-purpose cleaner, and it does a great job. It cuts through anything. I do like to wear reusable gloves. Now, I have a pair that have like a fancy edge on them, but you can get them at the dollar store, and they do work nicely. They're just as good as my fancier ones. I have to keep this in my house, the Mr. Plumber. I have to keep this in my house because with this long hair, and it's not even that it's that long. I mean, it's long enough, but it sheds, and it gets in my sink and goes down that drain, and it's known to clog it. So about once a month, I pour that down the drain just as a preventative, and it really helps. Now, if you had like a tough clog, like a thick clog in there, I'm not sure the dollar store brand would necessarily work. I typically try it first before I go and buy a more expensive brand, but for maintenance, it works great. Now, I get this at the This is the Sprayway glass cleaner. There's a story behind this. I get this at Dollar General. It's like $2, so it's not expensive. The story behind that is, and I think I might have told this story before, but my parents and I used to go to Myrtle Beach every single year. We always stayed at the same hotel. And when I was little, I liked to help the maids make beds and do that sort of thing if it was like a rainy day. I know that sounds weird, but that's what I did. Anyway, so as the maids were cleaning, they must have used this brand. Because every time I spray that, it reminds me of the maids from the hotel we stayed at. So that's my favorite, and it works phenomenally. I mean, I will say it works great. Microfiber cloths, I love these. I get these to use in the car. I use them in the house. I love these. And I get it's a 2-pack, I believe. Yeah, two pack for $1. Now, I did just buy some from Home Goods. I went to Home Goods. I have a kitchen mini makeover coming up, and I bought some things at Home Goods for that video and to organize my kitchen with, and they had like a 10-pack for, I think it was like $6. I could be wrong, but they weren't that expensive, so I grabbed those. Anyway, and then the other thing I like is alcohol. You can mix this with a little bit of water, so water it down. I do half and half to sanitize. So I do like the alcohol. The last product that I have that I swear by, and I know a lot of people necessarily don't like because of the smell, is cleaning vinegar. I get this at the dollar store. So that big jug comes from the Dollar Tree, obviously for $1. And I use that a lot. I dilute that down with water, and I put some Dawn dish soap in it, and I just think it works so well. So those are my essential cleaning products that I use around, not just around my house, but mainly in the bathroom and the kitchen. I use more Mrs. Meyer's brand or other specialty brands that I've shown or talked about in the past around areas that Pandora is around, because I'm particular about what I use around her, because she's always all in my business. So if I'm cleaning, she's typically right at my feet, because she can't lay down and rest if I'm up doing anything. She only takes a nap and lays at the front door and stuff if I'm sitting down. So if I'm sitting down editing a video or I'm at my computer, she will go to the front door typically and lay down. So there is a little bit about me and about the products that I like to have on hand to clean with. If you have any questions, or if you would like to know even more about me, feel free to leave a question down below and I will be happy to answer those for you. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you again soon. Bye-bye.